Thank you so much. It's really my honor to be here to support Project Clean Slate and to say thank you to Roy J. for all you do for the community. The late, great, yes, let's applause for Roy J. and Project Clean Slate. The late, great poet and musician Gil Scott-Heron said, "Since change is inevitable, we should direct the change." And that's what Project Clean Slate is doing. Now, I'm not just here tonight because I like Motown. I have been a Project Clean Slate fan for many years. In fact, when I served in the state legislature, for the first time, we were able to give some state funding to Project Clean Slate. And it was an easy thing to do, not just because Roy J. made a great case for funding Project Clean Slate, but because it really works. And that's one of the reasons why you see so much support here today, including law enforcement and community supporters. You know, when people get on the wrong track, take the wrong road, Project Clean Slate is there to help bring them back. And it isn't just the driver's license or cleaning up the criminal record that makes a difference. It's the intangible, knowing that someone is there to help get people back on the right track. And when that happens, it's good for everyone in the community. So I want to say thank you so much to all of you for supporting such a great organization, for helping Project Clean Slate direct the change in a positive way for so many people in our community. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Thank you very much. I have very few words to say, but I think they're very important to say. And that is, first of all, I want to thank Roy J. for all of the work he's done over the years and the help that he's provided to people that have come to me looking for help, looking to have their lives saved, looking for a fresh start, and I've turned them towards Roy J. and Project Clean Slate. And I've heard back from these people, and they've been excited. They have jobs. They have driver's licenses. They look to us to make sure now that they stay on track. We're supporting them. The county supports them. You support them. But most importantly, Project Clean Slate supports them. And Roy J. supports them. And I want to thank him, and I want to thank all of you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Good evening. Good evening. I want to give Project Clean Slate and Roy J. and all the folks over at Clean Slate a big hand. So can we stand up and give them a big hand? Thank you. Tonight is about second chances, and that's what Project Clean Slate is all about. So as we're raising dollars tonight, we need to remember that we're helping those folks come back into our community to build healthier neighborhoods, stronger families, and great communities. That's what we want to live in. So tonight when you're writing your checks, remember, tonight is all about second chances. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I want to welcome you to District 43. That's where you are right now. This is my house district. I want to thank Roy J. and all of you for being here. I had the privilege of seeing Project Clean Slate in action on its first day when they expected 300 people and got 3,000. I've also seen it in its more developed form and later. I've also seen the impact on people given an opportunity and a path to turn their lives around. Folks, this is frankly a very big deal, and the need out there is great. Anybody who believes in making people's lives better ought to pay attention to Project Clean Slate, and by pay attention, I mean you need to contribute what you can. I want to thank you very much for being here and write out those checks. Thank you.
What a great celebration tonight. I want to thank Roy J. for his vision and his leadership on Project Clean Slate. He has been a wonderful member of our community. The Portland Police Bureau really supports Clean Slate, Project Clean Slate, because we believe in redemption. This gives people another chance to be successful in our community. We do everything we can to help build a healthy community. Project Clean Slate is a part of that, and we really support it, and we appreciate all of you being here tonight as well. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, everyone. I had my words prepared
Thursday, in fact, in preparation for tonight, but I ended up throwing what I had put together into the trash can because something happened yesterday that I wanted to share with all of you. My speech began a couple of days ago with in honor of Roy J. and Clean Slate and just our partnership that the District Attorney's Office has had with him since the very beginning, July 9th of 2005. But yesterday I got a visit. Now, unfortunately, I was out of the office, but I had a visit from someone, and that someone was a woman named Tiffany. And about 15 years ago, I prosecuted a bad person in her life, a person that put her out on the streets and abused her by in so doing. Now, she and I worked through a trial some 15 years ago, and she had a lot of challenges as part of what had occurred to her in her life. They included drugs, alcohol, any number of things, and specifically caused by this man, Mr. Sanders. At his hands was a tremendous amount of abuse. Well, she stops by every once in a while, about every 2 or 3 years. She stops by to say hello and give me an update on her life. Yesterday, unfortunately, I missed her, but she left a message with my administrative assistant, and I want to read that message. It reads, Tiffany stopped by to wish you Merry Christmas. She wanted to let you know that she got into Project Clean Slate today. This is a message from yesterday. She got into Project Clean Slate today. Things are going great. She looks forward to continuing to move forward in her efforts to clean up the troubles and tragedies that had entered her life some 15, 20 years ago at the hands of this man. She wanted to thank all of us for everything we've done for her. So I wanted to pass that message on to all of you. And Mr. J, it's your turn to help her with her next steps in her continued health and vitality in our community. Thank you.
Well, good evening. I've got a proclamation here, but I won't bore you with reading it. But just so you know, this organization has served over 8,000 folks since 2005. And they help them with a variety of problems. But the real key is they have an 83% success rate. Think about that. If the Blazers shot free throws like that, they'd never lose. So when my brother Roy called me and said, come on to the dinner tonight, I was flattered and honored to come through the Zoo Lights traffic. But the real message I have tonight is we're not here because of any of us in this room. We're not here truly because of Roy. We're here of the people that are served by this project. And think about somebody down and having struggles, and this comes along and helps them. That's what we're here for, so write really big checks. Thank you.
I think there's a little mix-up here on the schedule. Originally, when Roy asked me to be here tonight, I understood I was giving the keynote. Lou, I have a 30-minute speech. Do you mind? Can we suspend the rules? And well, then, when I found out I wasn't giving the keynote, Roy asked me to sing. Well, then he heard me in the warm-ups, and he said, Nick, just read the gosh darn proclamation. Commissioner Fritz, would you please stand for a second? My partner at City Hall. It is our honor tonight to present Commissioner Amanda Fritz. We think so highly of this program at City Hall that we have declared today, December 14th, Project Clean Slate Day. Let's give a round of applause. That will be forever memorialized. This program has served 8,000 people. And as many of you know, one of my passions is housing. This last year, we ended a big piece of discrimination in our housing law. We ended the discrimination against Section 8 voucher holders. That was a major piece of work, and we can thank our legislators for taking the lead on that. But today, if you have a criminal record, you cannot rent. So by giving someone a second chance and cleaning up that record, we allow someone to get their first apartment or home. And we know children learn best when they have a stable home. We know people have a better chance of success. So that's another one of the hidden dividends of this program. When we give people a second chance, they can put a roof over their head. We become a better community. Thank you, Roy, and the whole Project Clean Slate community for making our city a better place. Thank you.